Shostakovich's Symphony No. 5 is by Shostakovich and was premiered on the 21st of November 1937 as an artist's creative response to just criticism. Shostakovich uses intense chromaticism to reflect the turbulent world of 1937 following the Russian Revolution and form a powerful protest against Stalin's regime. Hi, I'm Jeremy Hunt, and I'll be guiding you throughout Shostakovich's Symphony No. 5 by Shostakovich. The first movement, arguably in D minor, begins with three distinct motifs. Motif A is presented in bars 1 to 2 and encompasses 8 out of 12 notes of the chromatic scale. All of the intervals are played in canon between the cello and double bass, violins 1 and 2. Rising minor 6, G B flat, falling minor 6, A C sharp, rising perfect 5th, C G, falling minor 3rd, F sharp D sharp. Motif B in bar 3 is a descending chromatic scale from D to A. Motif C in bar 4 is a monotonal figure. Then we have some perfect 4th rocking motion. The first subject begins at rehearsal mark 1. It's got the minor 3rd link to A. We've also got development of motif B with that descending scalic pattern. Then in the bassoon, you have motif A. That's at bar 13. And pizzicato, cello, and double bass. The link between that C pedal in violin 1 and the C sharp in the bassoon is the semitonal relationship. You've just had motif B again in violin 2. And that you've got descending again. Another link to motif B. High intervals there. That's an octave. We're in bar 21 now. Remember this because it comes back in the second movement. That rising scalic passage and then the perfect 5th step down. The flute and violin 1 are in unison there. You've got a sort of inversion of motif B, the minor 3rd link. Monotonal figure here. So it's in stretto, you have interwoven themes. Motif B again. A lovely transition here. We're in D minor. Stretto. Motif A comes back here. Whilst you have an imitation of motif B. There we go, in the horns. Then at rehearsal mark 7, you have motif C in stretto against the bass. Motif A again here. Now we've got the horn doing motif B. The shift in pitch by a semitone from D minor to E flat minor, a flattened supertonic at the beginning of the second subject in bar 51, demonstrates Shostakovich's development of the semitonal relationship. This was first displayed in the unstable tonality in the opening bars of this movement. E flat minor is a very rich key, and the Neapolitan relation between D minor and E flat minor ensures the arrival of this key is firmly noticed, almost forcefully. The melody of Violin 1 has a wide range, similar to the large minor sixth leaps of Motif A, beginning in bar 52, beat 3. The other string parts simultaneously play a variation of Motif C, forming a strict march underneath the soaring Violin 1 melody. This is known as stretto. We just had an E major chord at bar 69, again showing the semitonal relationship because we've gone from D minor to E flat minor to E major. The use of pizzicato allowed the harmonic relationship to be understated at bar 73, and there was bitonality. You have Motif C there. Motif C on a B flat against the A natural and C sharp in the first clarinet. And again this Motif C forming chords underneath this soaring melody. The use of a minor third interval, which was first presented in Motif A, is a heavy feature of this piano part in the development section. And then here you have the rhythmic augmentation of Motif B at bar 122 in the horns.
This is a very important point!
Notice that as well as the minor third, the piano has a minor second. This develops the use of ascending semitones, which were a key feature of the exposition, showing Shostakovich's use of thematic transformation. So RM19, Motif B in the flutes, and it blends into Motif A, the dotted figure. That's at RM19. What a lovely use of stretto. Bars 154 to 156, we have Motif fragmentation and stretto. Violin 1 plays a fragment of Motif A followed by Motif B, whilst the piano plays Motif C and then adds a minor second, developing this theme. Bar 157 and the trumpets are in chord, descending B flat, A flat, G flat, that's a link to Motif B. And we have radical transformation of motifs. There's octaves, G flat, variant to Motif B. Second subject link with Motif C and development of B. Those minor sixths in the horns. And Motif C then. We've got the rocking motion from Motif A. It's kicking off. More angular woodwind canon with strings, the first subject. Whilst the trumpets play in thirds. Lovely chords. And we build up to the great march. Woo! What a lovely march! This is banged out forte and establishes unequivocal tonality out of tonal uncertainty. This is a bar 188. It's Shostakovich's fight against style and its rigidity, rubbing up against the composer's freedom. 205, motif A in canon, between the tuba and trombones, doubled in strings. You have the monotonal motif C, the stretto, diminished sixth, and false relations. Motif B, descending figure, major seconds. The tempo increases. The brass tries to force back tonality at poco, stirigendo at 31. This is based on motif A. Got Wimbledon strings in canon, double canon, huge texture. You then have canon in the trombone and tuba. Recapitulation, the unison, vast texture, bar 243, RM 36. Perfect cadence in D minor. Listen to that. Timpani, establishing tonality as D minor. This is all in unison. Timpani again. Still D minor. Inverted motif A. And you've got motif C, again, stretto. D major, flute and horn in canon, a fifth apart. This is lovely, isn't it? Got a soaring melody like earlier with the second subject. Oh, the lovely clarinet. Joining the party. Hope you noticed that rising scale, by the way. I'd be cross if you didn't. You've got motif C underneath this. And that's become very sparse. So we're approaching the end of this first movement. I think we've learned a lot of very interesting things along the way. Well, I have anyway. So you know about motif A, yes, and motif B, and motif C. This is a more reflective moment. We'll come back to this reflectiveness in the third movement. Oh, but what's happening here? We've got a pedal on E at RM44. It's got the rocking motion again, those perfect fourths, like in Les Mis. Look down, don't look 'em in the eye. In fairness, this did come first. Look down. Ooh. The harp adds lots of lovely colour here. Look down. She's got all those fourths. And listen out for the Celeste that's going to come along soon. Let me just muck everything up. can hear motif A throughout this. The approach to D minor is coloured. Then in the Celeste, if you listen carefully, you've got an ambiguous chromatic scale. And in the bass and cello you have minor thirds. And finally at the end, after the coloured approach, D minor is established and you have a high pedal on F.
If you enjoyed that, why not listen to Movement 2, coming up next?